All right, I'm recording with the windows wide open right next to a busy New York street, so this could be a disaster. Friday night, some schmuck's gonna be driving around with his loud blaring of music. But I wanted to, if you guys watched the video, you guys know I did a shop tour of NCC Knives, Nick Chuprin's shop. He just got his new CNC. And as you know, I always go there with projects for Nick because he's my buddy. And when he's not busy, he spas my knives. So I brought this knife to him to spa. This is my Pena Diesel. If you guys are a fan of the channel, you know that I got this from Blade, I don't know what year, a few years back. Enrique Pena was new, fairly new. I think he was just Instagram famous. He actually brown bagged this, and I must have recognized him. I came right up to him, and seriously, the man had his knives in a brown bag, if memory serves. And I always wanted one of his diesels. So I purchased this from the man. So totally circumventing the process at Blade show. But what I wanted to do, if you could see here on the acid stonewash on the blade, there's a little schmutz there. It might just be, I don't know what that's from cutting, from a stain. But you know, I've been a fan of that whatever Nick calls that, where he scratches it up going that way. So I wanted to do that to this knife because I think it would look badass. I could be wrong, but I like the way Nick did it. We didn't even have to re-acid stonewash it. I just want to scratch it up going sideways. But Nick had a little bit of a snafu because when he was taking off the scales, right? So it's got the bolster. I see. So it's not a fall bolster. Come on, focus, son of a bitch. See it? It's 2 layers of titanium. So Nick was able to take off this top portion, the bolster. There he goes, motorcycle. But he couldn't take this off. He took off the screws, but apparently Enrique must have glued this down. Because it wasn't coming off, and Nick didn't want to futz with it too much because he didn't want to, if the glue's in there, it might, if it's in there good, I don't know what epoxy he used, it might damage the carbon fiber. This, oddly enough, this side came off, no issues, but that's because it's the liner lock side. So that was a fail. Enrique. I don't know what you did there, but it's glued down. Anyway, Nick did admire the craftsmanship, which I already knew that this diesel is awesome. It just has an awesome sound. One thing that the two Nicks, Nick Menevade and Nick Chuprin, what they do is they always critique knives, whether it be positive or negative. Oftentimes it's negative. But they always critique the craftsmanship on, custom knives. And Nick was actually pretty impressed. I forgot what he was mentioning that he liked, but he was pretty impressed. Actually, he liked this seamless transition, and it is pretty seamless. You can't really feel it. But yeah, that was a fail. This one is my Lambert that I got from the secondary from my good friend Scoopy Loops. I did a video on this. It's hard to capture the pocket clip, but I wanted to see if when Nick sees this video, what happened with this pocket clip. I don't know if I mentioned this before in the prior video, but John carries his knives, and unlike me, and he got the clip caught on something, and he bent it, and you might be able to see there's like a slight bend there because he pushed it back. You can see that he didn't push it all the way down. There's a little gap there, and See if you can see it. It's hard to catch it because the light's so bright. I need to fix my lighting here. But there's like a crease there. So I don't know if you guys can see that. But there's a slight crease there. So I'm sure Nick could fix this. Oh, there's the music accompanying the video. Awesome. Yaka yaka yaka. Yeah. So that's it. Other than that, this is so badass. So John may have carried it, but it doesn't seem like he used it. It's awesome. So I was watching this movie today. This is what the video. I told the guys I wanted to do a Zoom with my friends. You know, Joe Bananas, Tactigon Tools, Scoopy Loops, Fast Bandit, General Death. But everyone's busy. It's Friday night. I'm a loser. I'm at home doing videos. So I wanted to Zoom it up with them. Anyways, they couldn't Zoom it up. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to record a video on nothing, which is a lie because I did have a little bit of an agenda with this and with this. So, but I want to talk about this Netflix movie that I was watching earlier today. My Octopus Teacher. I think that's what it's called. My Octopus Teacher. I had a good friend of mine, recommended it. Now, my good friend takes a lot of drugs, and apparently you need to take a lot of drugs to truly appreciate My Octopus Teacher. The whole thing is like filmed underwater with an amazing camera and a lot of sea life. But this movie, if you guys have seen it, I stopped. I stopped halfway through because it was getting a little creepy for me. If you haven't seen it, there's no spoilers, but I think he's fucking falling in love with this octopus, this dude. First of all, the narrator, the guy that films it, the main star, it's only one human being and one octopus. He's got like the most soothing, calming voice. I mean, he would knock you out. He's like a sleeping pill in vocal form. So he goes on to talk about like he's having issues with his life. I don't know if he's going through like a depression. I forget. I didn't really pay attention. Like I said, his voice kind of makes you tune him out. He's saying that he needed an escape, blah, blah, blah. He's coming up with all kinds of excuses, which was kind of annoying me. He's saying he couldn't be a good father to his son in this current state of mind. So what does he do? He escapes. Instead of taking care of his son, he wants to escape to the ocean and just swim around and go snorkeling and diving. And that's when he meets this octopus. If you guys have seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, he uses an amazing camera, and I don't know how he does it. He must set up a couple of cameras because you see him swimming down, then you see from his point of view, and it is a beautiful film, but it's just a little weird how I get it. He appreciates the octopus, and I've always thought, and he actually says this in the beginning of the film, I always thought like creatures in the ocean, like an octopus, are fucking aliens that landed here and they've survived underwater because we won't bother them so much. There's so many creepy things in the ocean that I believe those things are aliens. Those are aliens. Octopuses are aliens. But yeah, he just continues to basically go on how beautiful the octopus is and how smart it is, and he compares it to like lower primates and dogs, and then it gets creepy. He's letting the octopus touch him, and the octopus is basically gently caressing him, and then he's caressing the octopus and he's quietly popping the suction. It was creepy. Then he lets the octopus like caress his chest. If you can picture this, it's like running around in his chest with his hair. It was so friggin' creepy, you know? New York. Anyways, I had to stop it because there was a scene where a predator, a shark, basically ate the tentacle off the octopus. He's talking about how he wanted to defend his love, but he didn't want to mess with the ecological whatever that's going on down there. He didn't want to mess with nature. So the octopus lost the tentacle. And then this freaking guy was all depressed about it, you know? And then he's telling us how the octopus feels. How the octopus is in so much pain. I think octopus can regrow their tentacles, I believe. They're like lizards, so I don't know. I didn't see that part yet. I'm gonna guess he's gonna regrow his limb, his tentacles, and he'll be fine. But this friggin' guy was just so weird. Watch it, and you tell me. I was halfway through it. I had to turn it off because I actually texted my buddy. I said, dude, is he gonna bang this octopus? Because if this is where this is going, I'm not gonna watch this anymore. Anyway, folks, that is my rant about the octopus teacher, my octopus teacher, and some future whips for NCC knives. Banoosh!